Me separaron de mi familia.
This Venezuelan woman, a migrant and mother, thought the worst of her dangerous trip was behind her, having spent 5 days trudging with her family through the treacherous jungle dividing Colombia and Panama. Suddenly, around 15 armed men sprang from the trees and separated the women from the rest of the group. They took turns, she says, beating and raping them.
Porque tenía mucha rabia.
Because I was so full of rage, I resisted. I didn't want it. I didn't want it. I didn't want it. And then another man held me so that one could carry out the act. Then the second one came. I mentally escaped. I felt like I wasn't there, like I left my body.
The woman is one of over 700 victims of horrific violence to pass through this mental health centre in Mexico City and recount her story. Doctors Without Borders Comprehensive Care Centre, known as CAI, is one of the few facilities of its kind. As well as physical care, it offers psychological assessment and trauma support for migrants. Ramon Marquez is CAI's coordinator.
In the first 9 months, we identified and addressed 744 cases of sexual abuse, primarily against women. This issue demands urgent attention as migration flows have doubled or trebled in the past 2, 3, 4, 5 years. The rise in violence is closely linked to increasingly restrictive migration policies seen over the last decade.
There is little data on violence against migrants as the crimes rarely get reported. However, doctors say there has been a rise in recent years of what they describe as extreme violence, including rape, violent kidnapping and brutal physical violence. Migrants who spend more time in Mexico as they try to reach the US are exposed to violence in parts of the country dominated by organised crime. And some analysts fear that harder-line migration policies under a new Trump presidency could exacerbate the situation.